And now we've all got such busy lives these days, it's hard to get a minute's peace, really, isn't it, on your own? It's not surprising, then, that nearly 3.7 million of us use the bathroom as our only refuge. We see that. do you go with that one? Everyone's nodding. Yes, yes. It's the only place, often even the toilet, that people feel it's the only place they can go. And I cringed at that this morning. I can't think of a worse place to be hiding away in the toilet. And especially, like, you don't want to be in there with anybody else, do you? You don't want any family...
Mind, actually.
No.
I'm in the bath, my husband comes in, sits on the toilet,
oh, no.
The kids are in and out all the time.
No!
Yeah, what's natural can't be wonderful.
No! They were all shocked this morning because I said, of all the years Eamonn and I have been together, we have never, how can I say that politely, broken wind. Intentionally. I mean, I've heard the odd little one that's
had the odd accident.
Never, ever, ever in a million years would you see me lift my leg and let one rip.
Accidentally pops out.
We just ignore it. We've never
mentioned
no.
it.
So you pretend it hasn't happened.
Bent down to get something out of the fridge. We just pretend it hasn't happened. I don't like talking about toilet things. I would never in a million years be in the bath and let him come in and use the loo while I was lying in the bath.
No way, Ruth.
But what about when Jack was... Because what I find is my kids, you know, they ignore me all day in the house. And then the minute I want to go and have a bit of peace and quiet on the loo, it's like, Mum, Mum, and in they all come.
That's why I never lock the door, because you have to get off the loo to go and under. Lock the door to let them all in.
So when he was young, didn't he wander in when you were a-bluting?
Jack might have done, but I probably would have been quite like, just out, please. There's Mummy's time out. I'll be with you in a second. No, I would never do that.
How much effort is that? 20 years to make sure you never...
You just let one... just hold it in and go and do it privately somewhere. A little wander in the garden. Yes, no, I would never...
So did your parents ever fart around each other? I will say it.
I can't remember. Probably not.
No.
Because I don't really remember it, so probably not.
No.
I just think it's not
Everyone does it in my house. Sometimes, if I know that there's one coming, I'll go out of the room and then I'll come back in and they go, oh, you've come in too quick. But I've done it in the most unusual places. I swear to God, on my 40th birthday, someone treated me to a massage. So I went to this spa. And I didn't know what to wear, so I thought, I'll go to Gap and get myself a tracksuit. You can go anywhere, not just Gap. Just sports anyway. Anyway, I went to Gap and got myself a tracksuit, and it was navy blue. So, and then when I got there, they said, oh, it's a man that's giving you the massage. I thought, oh, no, it's going to be a man. Anyway, so I go to the toilet, take the tracksuit off. There's blue fluff. I'm covered in blue fluff from head to toe, where it was a new one. I eventually go in there. I lay down on the bed, and I was really, really nervous. And the first thing he did was peeled something off my shoulder. So I said to the bloke, what was that? And it was an extra large sticker. My shoulders were going like that. Anyway, halfway into it, one popped out. And I started laughing again. He never said a word. He was a miserable sod, I swear to God.
He didn't laugh or anything.
The more he didn't laugh, the more I laughed. For the most of the massage, I was in hysterics on this bed.
That's terrible.
But was it a smelly one, was it? Because that's even worse.
There weren't violets or anything like that.
I did one when I was very, very heavily pregnant with Jack, and we just moved into a new house, and they come and do that snagging thing, you know, when you say there's a crack appeared here, and they do it all for free. And we had quite a steep staircase, and I was going up the stairs with this man who I'd never met before, behind behind me, very closely behind me. So I was 3 steps up, so his face was right by my bottom. And I was going, oh, yes, and there's a little crack here, and this is here. And I went... You have that split second where you either have to go, I'm so sorry, pregnant, or you don't. And I didn't. I just carried on. And there's this here and that there.
And even I went told all the family what you've done.
I said, you might be watching, going, that's that one who was started in my face.
I'm married to someone, I'm afraid, who's very loud and proud, declares, you know, all the time, and always... you know, gets the newspaper, right, I'm off for a Tom...
Yes.
Whatever. But we have a phrase for it in our house, and I'm going to have to mention a brand name here because a friend of ours was shopping in B&Q with his 4-year-old, and he was sort of looking at the screwdrivers or whatever, and some assistant came and said, "Excuse me, have you got a little girl?" And he went, "Oh, God, yeah, where is she?" She went, "Come with me." She was sitting on the display toilet doing a poo. And he came round and she went, "There's no paper, Dad." So we now forever in our house say, "I'm off for a B&Q."
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.
But me and PE was a nightmare. I'd be hanging on the bottom of that rope. Absolutely sure there was no way I was going to even be able... And then I'd be looking at the horse and thinking, there's no way I'm going to get...